Last week we showed you a very hungry falcon trying to pick its dinner from a cliff full of puffins on the Pembrokeshire coast.
But this great British hunter is now turning up looking for lunch in city centres. Our birdman David Lindo's been to Manchester's Exchange Square to see what's on the menu.
I'm in the heart of Manchester for a very special reason. But first, we need to go up there. I've been watching birds since I was a kid. And when I was growing up, there was one bird I always wanted to see. The peregrine. And today, slap bang in the centre of Manchester, I've got a perfect view of a pair of nesting peregrine falcons. These peregrines have been nesting in Manchester since 2005. Last year, they raised 4 chicks, and this year they've got the same number. The big screen in Exchange Square usually shows sporting events, but at the moment, it has a live feed from the nest, so everyone walking past can watch the chicks' every move.
That's called a peregrine falcon.
During the 3-month nesting period, RSPB volunteers are here every day to help the public get a close-up look at them. You know what? I can't believe I'm sitting in the middle of a city centre watching peregrine falcons. They are essentially cliff nesting birds, so the transition to living in cities, I suppose, is very similar because a lot of these buildings to a peregrine would seem like a mountain. And the reason they're doing so well in the city? Because there's never a shortage of food. There are plenty of these things for peregrines to eat. This is dinner, lunch, breakfast, snack, and maybe a little lemonsies. And the peregrine is perfectly designed to hunt them. With their ridiculously good eyesight, they can spot a pigeon from 1.5 miles away. This is the wingspan of a female peregrine. Look at the size of it, massive. And travelling at speeds of up to 200 miles an hour, the pigeons barely know what's hit them. It's all over before they can say, "Peregrine!" Paul Winter is one of the RSPB wardens who has been protecting these birds. How are the public reacting to this?
The general reaction from the public is just fantastic. You know, they're so surprised to see peregrine falcons in the city, and equally they're very appreciative that we're here to be able to give them such great views. You know, we have the chicks on the nest, but also we can see the adult birds for a lot of the day as well.
So the chicks are looking pretty bouncy up there on the screen. Yeah. On that ledge. I mean, when are they likely to leave the nest?
Well, it's the big question. They're about 4 weeks old now, and they'd normally fledge after about 6 weeks. So we're expecting 2 weeks' time that they'll be leaving the nest. And you can see even now they're flapping their wings, they're building up their flight muscles, they're starting to raise a little bit off the nest site there. They should be going any time soon. So once they actually leave the nest, where do they fly to? Well, once they're off the nest, the parents will teach them to hunt around the city centre here for the next 3 weeks or so. So we should get brilliant views of the parents, maybe catching prey and dropping it for the young ones to catch and just teaching them the hunting skills. And then after they've taught them to hunt, the young birds will disperse and they could go anywhere, really.
I think it's fantastic that these incredible birds are flying over the streets of Manchester. But how do the locals feel about peregrines hunting overhead? When it dives, it travels at 200 miles an hour. What do you think about that?
I'd be afraid as a pedestrian. I think it's great to see that wildlife is coming into the heart of Manchester. I think it's fantastic, actually. I didn't know about it until today, until I saw it on the screen.
Well, that was a resounding thumbs up from the people of Manchester. I've watched peregrines all over the world, but as a kid, I never dreamt I'd be able to watch peregrines flying over a city centre. Fantastic.
Russell Watson has done his homework for us and he has got a fact about peregrines for us. Russell, take it away.
There are no peregrines in New Zealand.
Is that right?
That's right, and they are the most widespread of the raptors.
He is just wonderful, isn't he? Fountain of knowledge. Ross, tell you
David just tell you that backstage.
I told him.
You did actually, yeah. And it's
I didn't tell you about the raptors, though, yeah.
Oh, very good. We see Manchester, of course, isn't the only city that you can spot peregrine falcons. According to the RSPB, you can spot them.
Yes, they've been sighted. St Matthew's Church in Perth.
Yeah, in Perth. Then you could also see them in Lincoln Cathedral.
They've got taste. They've been to Brom. Good on you. Top of the BT Tower. Looks great up there. Lovely view.
The Clock Tower in Cardiff, you can spot them there as well. And the Tate Modern in London, you see. Now,
intellectual peregrines.
Yes,
Tate
yes,
Modern.
you will. Also, there's one in Chichester, isn't there? Chichester Cathedral as well. Now, there's a massive question mark over Northern Ireland, you'll see here, because according to the RSPB, there are no official sightings. However, I think there's a road between Belfast and Newtownards, and I would like someone back home to confirm this. I have spotted them. I think I have spotted them.
They could be crows. They could be anything.
They're not crows. I'm not that silly.
Christian, I think you have actually, because I've seen peregrine in Belfast before.
Thank you.
But in the winter.
Well, I would like
Take that question mark off that graphic, please.
Yes.
Let's have a look at those chicks. These are the Trafford Centre in Manchester, aren't they? Peregrine chicks.
They're in the Arndale Centre, and basically there's 4 chicks. There's 3 males and 1 female. And the RSPB are actually asking One Show viewers to try and think of names. So if you want to sort of...
Name a peregrine chick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why not?
Do go for it. And we have some exclusive ornithological bird news. We've got some really... it's big bird news, this, isn't it?
It's exclusive.
We've got a lot of trouble. We've prepared a kind of bird-like fanfare. Here it goes. There you go. David, what is it? I mean, the ornithologists are flapping so hard about this, they're going to take off if they're not careful.
Well, this is red-hot news from the Somerset Ornithological Society. Basically, for the first time ever in recorded history, we have nesting cattle egrets. And what a gorgeous bird it is. Basically, at the end of the winter this year, there was 100 or so actually in the country, and a pair
Fine
stopped
with one
to
wing
breed.
there, clever birds. And they hide beneath cattle.
Yeah, they love... Because basically they're an African bird, essentially, and they actually, you know, when you watch a TV programme, a safari programme, you always see them sitting around by the feet of buffaloes and elephant, because those animals kick up insects for them to feed on. And in the Western sort of world, they actually go behind tractors as well.
They're going to be rebranded the tractor egret in Somerset. Excellent news.